Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the TCL Stylus 5G on the left and the Samsung Galaxy A13 on the right. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. Make sure you stay locked in with me. Yo, so let's go ahead and take a look at both of these devices in more detail. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through if you're brand new. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So I kind of want to just go ahead and open up both of the boxes so you can see what comes inside of them. For the A13, it's going to come with your cord for Type-C, and you're also going to get a pin to remove this thing from the SD card and the nano SIM. So that's pretty much what you're getting with this guy. Now with the TCL, you're actually getting the same thing, except you actually do get the wall brick on here, the SIM card, and the remover tray, as well as the Type-C cord in addition to that. So in this video, I'm going to be comparing the cameras. I'm also going to be comparing the displays, the sound quality, the battery life, as well as the performance and the OS and stuff like that. So make sure you stay locked into the end of the video. But if it's your very first time, I encourage you to subscribe and get notified for more videos. But let's just take a look at the bodies of both of these devices, and you get a side-mounted fingerprint sensor on both of these guys, right? They're both going to be extremely quick when it comes to the sensors. So let's just do a fingerprint sensor test. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm missing on the Samsung, or it's just a little bit slow. Let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was the same time that time. 1, 2, 3. The same time again. So as you can see, both of these devices do get plenty bright when it comes to the display quality. I'm going to put that all the way up on both of these devices, and the TCL actually has a smooth, really fast performance when you compare it to the Galaxy device right here on the right. But on the display end, we're actually getting TFT LCD IPS 6.6 inch display on the Samsung Galaxy A13, and we're getting a 6.8 inch LCD IPS Full HD Plus display with the 20:9 aspect ratio on this one, but the 21:9 aspect ratio on this one. So you get the volume rocker and power button along with the fingerprint sensor included on the side. At the top, they also do offer microphones, which is cool because at the bottom they also offer microphones, so you're going to get dual microphones. They both have the Type-C as well as headphone jack, microphone, and speaker, but the only difference is this one has the stylus, and that's pretty cool because you can actually do notes and draw and stuff like that. This one is going to attract more fingerprints, as you can see right here as well, but this one actually doesn't attract any fingerprints, so I really like that part about it because it's made of that material that won't attract fingerprints whatsoever. Okay, and on the right side there's actually nothing except for the SD slot for expansion and for your nano slot as well, so I just wanted to throw that out there too. Now let's compare the audio on the TCL versus the A13. Let's listen to that on the A13. Let's listen to it one more time on the TCL. And it seems to be a little bit louder on the TCL because it has the dual speakers. A13. So it sounds really good on the A13, but it does get louder on the TCL. So I just want to mention that. Now, as far as the operating systems, both of these guys have, we both are running Android 12, which is really smooth on both of these things. So you can see the notification panels look different, right here. And you can see right here the navigation drop down menu is different. TCL added their own flavor, which kind of looks like the Pixel devices, and the Samsung has that One UI software on here with Android 12. So the TCL is running their own software, which is basically right here that they provide on here, the TCL UI version V4, whereas the Samsung is actually running the One UI Core 4.1, and they're both rocking Android 12 like I said before. So let's just close out all the apps and let's try Play Store 1, 2, 3. And that was close, but it was the TCL. Let's open the Google apps. Let's do YouTube 1, 2, 3. And that is the Samsung. Let's do Twitter on both of these devices and see which one opens up faster. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And that was the TCL. So it just goes back and forth, but let's try the Instagram or Meta just so we could kind of see the differences. And that was the TCL as well. So you can see the scrolling speeds are going to be pretty good on both of these devices. It looks like the TCL flies. Samsung does a pretty good, decent job as well when it comes to the displays. They both look really good, but the TCL looks a little bit brighter, so I just wanted to mention that. Okay, and it looks more vivid, a little bit more brighter, a little bit more vivid. So as far as the display, TCL does a really good job when you compare it to the Samsung. It does really well. They both look really, really gorgeous with the panels that they both do provide, and the scrolling speeds are basically the same when you're scrolling on both of these devices. So I just wanted to mention that. It looks extremely bright and vivid. Now, when it comes to performance, I was really impressed with both of these things. You get the Exynos 850 on the Samsung, which gives you a really good graphics at ultra and smooth. So it will be a really good performer. It comes with 32 gigabytes of internal storage, 3 gigabytes of RAM as well. So it's going to be a pretty solid device when it comes to the overall performance. So you can see right here, it's definitely playable. You could definitely get some pretty decent performance on both of these things. I'm having a hard time getting first blood right now because I don't know if it's the phone or just my skill right now, but I just died 3 times in a row with the same dude. So that dude is actually pretty good. Let me see if I could catch him. Yeah, he's just really good. Yeah, this dude is crazy. One thing I like about the TCL is it also does have Game Box, so you can actually optimize your games just like on the Samsung. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So one of the things about this A13 is that when I go into the settings, right, they do have Game Launcher, but you have to activate that in Advanced Features right here. And one of the things I noticed is that for the A13, it's not available on this thing, but it is for the A23, A32, A30, and things of that nature. Oh wait, here it is, Game Booster Settings. Okay, so you do get block games. You have all these features. So yeah, it does actually give you the game booster right here, but you just have to search for it in the settings, so you can actually find it on here. Now here on the TCL, we also get really good graphics right here, smooth and ultra. And what I like about this device is it just feels really smooth. It's like a really smooth gaming performance when it comes to this thing. And so you're going to be able to basically game on both of these devices at smooth and ultra frame rate, which is pretty crazy. So wow, these guys are good. These guys are like, they're not playing no games or whatever.
Killing spree for the red team. Enemy down.
Wow, that's crazy. So this guy is actually rocking the Dimensity 700 with 4 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes of internal storage. And it's a little bit quicker because of the fact that it has a little bit of more RAM and storage. So I really like the performance on the TCL just a little bit better because of that feature of the extra RAM and memory and storage, right? So it's just gonna run a little bit smoother here when I'm using it. It just feels a little bit smoother. Now the A13 is on the top and the TCL 5G is on the bottom. So let's just take a look at the overall screens, and they actually look extremely beautiful on both. I'm having a really hard time taking a preference toward one or the other, but if I was to give my experience looking at these, I would say that the TCL is just slightly better because it has a brighter panel, and I have these all the way up at full brightness right now. And actually this one's a little bit lower, so that's there we go. Now they're even, and you can see when it comes to the quality, it still is brighter on the TCL, and the performance is just a little bit faster on the TCL right here. So let me just go right here, and the Samsung only gives me 1080, but the TCL does give me the 2K, so I definitely prefer the TCL. Now in the battery department, we have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery on the Samsung, which is going to be a little bit better to the 4,000 milliamp hour battery on the TCL, so just keep that in mind. And when we are looking at the cameras, right, you could launch those at the same time, 1, 2, 3. And the TCL has no lag, whereas the Samsung will have a little bit of lag. Let's take a picture of this guy with the Samsung. And that's the 50 megapixel. Let's take a picture of this guy on the TCL. And there's no shutter lag on the TCL, which I really like. Whereas you can see a little bit of shutter lag on the Samsung. And wow, these pictures are both extremely beautiful. If I was to give a preference toward one, it would be the TCL, just because it looks a little bit more detailed, and it looks a little bit like cleaner when you're comparing the quality, in my opinion. So they both took a really good shot, but the TCL just doesn't have as much grain on the face or whatever. Now we are getting Gorilla Glass 5 on the Samsung with a 1080 by 2408 display. And we are getting Dino Rex glass on the TCL, which is a 1080 by 2460, so slightly better panel on the TCL when it comes to the display. We also get 395 pixels per inch on the TCL versus 400 on the Samsung. So, you know, it's going to be pretty similar performance. However, it just feels like the TCL is just a little bit more smoother when you're doing going from app to app. You're not going to really notice any lag on the TCL because it's just I haven't experienced lag, but on the Samsung I did experience a little bit of lag. Let's do Bible 1, 2, 3, and you can see right here the TCL does open apps a little bit quicker. So now I just want to compare the cameras on both of these guys as far as the features. So we do get wide angle mode on the Samsung, wide angle mode on the TCL, and it looks like the wide angle camera just looks a little bit more saturated and more beautiful on the Samsung. So let me show you what I'm talking about. You can see the color difference. You get deeper oranges on the Samsung. So that wide angle camera on the Samsung is better than the one on the TCL. Okay, and so you also do get portrait and video mode up to 1080. You also get pro mode for photos on both of these things. You get some more features right here, slow motion, you know, super macro mode on the TCL, you know, but you don't get macro mode on the Samsung. Well, here it is right here, macro mode. So you do get that, but you don't get the slow motion mode that the TCL has to offer, and you don't get the other feature, which is light trace. So it's kind of even, but in my opinion, they both do a really good job when it comes to the cameras. So it's hard to tell the difference or whatever. So I want to do a selfie shot so you can see the front-facing camera on both of these things. And as far as the front-facing camera, you get a 13 megapixel on the TCL and an 8 megapixel on the Samsung. So let me just show you the quality that we're getting. Let me flip these around at the same time. Okay, no shutter lag. And for this one, I could say that the Samsung did a little better when it came to the overall quality, because it offers a little bit more detail with less noise on the front-facing camera. But around back, both of these have 50 megapixel cameras, 5 megapixel wide-angle lenses. They both have 2 megapixel portrait cameras, and they both have 2 megapixel macro as well. So they have the same specs when it comes to the camera, but as you can see, the TCL just will not gather fingerprints, which is really, really cool in my opinion. I really like that part. But let me know what you guys think about both of these devices. They both offer expansion of the storage. You know, they're both going to offer NFC, which I think is pretty cool. So you can see some of the features here at the top, you know, like right here. So you can see they do offer NFC. Some really helpful features. This one has QR scanner on the notification panel. This one has one-handed mode. So if you want to get to, this one has Dolby Atmos, the A13, for headphones and for Bluetooth, whereas this one doesn't have any like sort of capability when it comes to the audio. It's just the straight audio that you're getting. There's no added software like Dolby Atmos or DTS audio or anything like that. But let me know which one you think is better in the comment section. The TCL is just a little bit more money, but you can get it for $19 on Metro by T-Mobile if you port over your number, whereas the A13 is about $189 or $169 depending on if you get it unlocked, and you can get it for free on the Metro website. But I'm going to get right back with you. I'm going to show up in the comment section and answer all your questions down below. But if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're still here, just type I'm still here in the comment section. But in the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending on where you are, have a great night. Later, crew. Peace.